Good Sunday to you all! So this entry may seem a bit broken up because due to Curtis's challenge of filming outside, I went out on a nature walk on Wednesday and I filmed with my camcorder, so I'm gonna put that footage in now. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. Just doing a bit of a midweek vlog that I guess I'll incorporate into my Sunday video. As you can see, it is an absolute beautiful day. It's nice and bright. There's a few clouds in the sky, but it's really nice. So, as Curtis's challenge from last week, he challenged us to do a video outside. So I'm going down to my local park, Heritage Park, through the woods. And I figured it's a beautiful day, so I figured, yeah, I'd just go on a bit of a nature hike. So this is the trail that I mentioned. It sort of surrounds the back half of the school. It's pretty nice. At night it can be spooky. Me and my friend Daryl once walked from one end of the trail back to the other in like pitch black. It was really freaky. So, if you take that concrete sort of dam or divider in the creek and it's a little bit out of the way, but if you take the right paths, you'll end up at one of my favorite locations out here. I'll just run a little bit. Out here, at this bridge. I have no idea when they built this. I discovered this about a year ago, but it's probably one of my favorite locations in Mission, just to come out and visit. So we've got a little creek here and a little pool of water here. So yeah, it's pretty nifty. And this is the park. It's basically just a big ass meadow, but there are a few things like over there you can see we've got as far as I know, this is the only cemetery in Mission. They've also got some sort of structure that they're building right here, and over in this direction they've got kind of a picnic area, this gazebo right here, and behind it is a place called the Blackberry Kitchen. I've never been to it, but I've heard it's really good. So I thought this would be a good place to just sort of sit down for a second. As far as things I could talk about, one other challenge that I missed from last week was Lauren's. She asked if you could go to any convention, what convention would you want to go to? I know a lot of people said PAX, RTX, but honestly, I would have to say probably MegFest. It seems like of all the people that I follow online, people like JonTron, Rentalfloss, other people from like Normal Boots and Game Grumps and stuff, a lot of them tend to show up at MegFest. MegFest seems like it's a pretty cool place to be. So yeah, I forget where exactly it is in the United States, but I'd definitely like to go to that. Also, as far as other landmarks in this sort of park go, we also have a, I don't know if you guys can see it, but at the top there's a bit of an abbey. I think it's it's not really like a church or anything. It's more of a museum. I'm sure they used to practice religion there, but I always thought it was a cool landmark. They also have a few foundations for some of like the earliest buildings here in Mission. Like there's one right there, you can see like the stones and stuff. In fact, I'm standing on one right here, and the sign says that it was an agricultural building, so that's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, that's basically it. I think I'm gonna head back towards the woods and back home. So one more thing before I probably end off the segment of the video. I totally missed this. We're back by the bridge again, but this signpost about Parks and Recreation seemed to, it's been covered by a kind of cozy, a knitted cozy. So I guess we have a gorilla knitter here in Mission, and the tag for it says nervyarna.blogspot.ca. That's cool. I'm probably going to go to that URL and see who made this. And I'm back to the future. So, as far as other challenges go, Nicole told us to film our next entry in a silly hat. And apparently, fedoras count. Ta-da! Oh, sorry, you were probably expecting this hat, weren't you? This is probably going to come off as really know-it-all and stupid, but for those of you who don't know, both of these hats are actually called pretty different things. This hat, which I got in San Diego when I was 19 and is commonly referred to as a fedora online, is actually called a trilby. This is a fedora, the kind of hat that Indiana Jones wears, and you can tell because it has the wider brim. Of course, while this hat is often associated with immaturity and the friend zone, obligatory m'lady joke, unless your name is Pharrell Williams, it's still pretty difficult to wear this hat without getting laughed at. Still, this hat is actually a family heirloom of ours. It belonged to my great-grandfather Ernest Argytos on my dad's mom's side, and was likely purchased in the 1920s, so it's nearing on being about 100 years old. So while I may not wear it out in public, I still try to keep it in fairly good condition. But I'm challenged to wear it today, so I have an excuse to look silly! Justin asked us to cook a meal, and I am no cook, and I had no way of filming while I did it, but you'll be pleased to know that I made a cheeseburger for myself on Friday, and have a picture to prove it. Curtis asked what your top 5 favorite video games are, and I'd have to say in a loose order, Chrono Trigger, Walking Dead Season 1, Dishonored, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and for the 5th one, let's say Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And for Lauren. So, it's Sunday, and as you guys know, Lauren challenged us to include people in our video who aren't part of the channel, and as it so has it, today, my entire family is here. Everyone say hello. Hello. What day is it today, Mom?
Sunday.
What day is it today, Mom?
May 11th.
Happy Mother's Day! And Cynthia from... Just hit me with a pillow. Just did it again! Alright, I'm cutting this off. As for AJ, he said something about filming in an odd angle, and I don't really know what he means by this, so I'll try to do that next week. For my challenge for you guys this week, as of this moment of you watching this video, I want you to think, what was the last video game you played? And then I want you to take that game and I want you to review it like I did for Dishonored last week, except without the shot of sriracha sauce. So tell us about the game, what you like and what you dislike about it. Just overall, be a critic. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to be a hard-boiled problem sleuth. See you next week, friends.